morning. It's the midweek edition of the Morning Dew on Marego TV, streaming live from our studios here at Okwenya Akuse Junction. I am Nana Soyo. A quick motivation for the day. Your life changes when your habits change. Your life changes when your habits change. Listen, nothing changes until you change. You can pray, you can wish, you can complain, but if you keep doing the same things every day, you will keep getting the same results. Your life is not controlled by luck. Your life is controlled by your habits. When you do every morning is a habit. What you eat every day is a habit. How you talk to people is a habit. How you spend your money is also a habit. How you react when you are angry is a habit. Small habits look small, but they build big results. If you wake up at 4 a.m. every day to pray, read and plan, in 1 year, your life will not be the same. If you drink water instead of soda every day, in 6 months, your body will not be the same. If you save just 20 cedis a day, instead of spending it on things you don't need, in 1 year, you will have 7,300 cedis. If you stop gossiping and start learning, your mind will grow and opportunities will come to you. The problem is we want big change quickly, but life works in small changes daily. Don't try to change your whole life in 1 day. Just change one habit. Replace late night scrolling with early sleep. Replace excuses with action. Replace fear with faith. Replace complaining with gratitude. Remember this. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. If your habits are bad, even a good dream will fail. If your habits are good, even a small dream will succeed. So today, don't ask, how can I change my life? Ask, what one habit must I change today? Because the day you change your habit is the day you start changing your life. Health tidbits. We talk about the brain. Your brain is like your phone battery. How you use it daily decides if it should be strong or weak. If you charge your brain with good habits, it will be sharp, fast, and healthy. But if you spoil it with bad habits, it will become slow, forgetful, and tired, even if you are still young. Here are some worst habits of the brain. If you don't exercise the brain, you stress a lot. You sit around all day. You don't read at all. You don't watch your blood pressure. And you eat fast food and drink sugary beverages. You cheat on your sleep, meaning you have less sleep. You spend a lot of time alone. You don't want to learn new things or opportunities. You don't take time for play. Those are worst habits for your brain. That's one day damage your brain. Sylvester is ready with the sports news, and then myself, Mario Sylvester himself, will come back on a newsprint review. And then today we have the old assembly member for Nwaso Old Town, the person of Honorable Isaac Kofi Numutete Garba in the house, to have a discussion, a one-on-one interview with him. Kindly stay back and enjoy the show from now to 10 a.m. Remember, you can join us on all our socials and then call our marketers on 020-167-2828. I am Nana Soyo. Welcome aboard.
Are you thirsty and in need of well-purified water to quench your thirst? I recommend Glorious Natural Mineral Water, produced through reverse osmosis to the highest quality. This highly purified water is perfect for any occasion, being it wedding ceremonies, parties, funerals, engagements, and many more. Contact Glorious Natural Mineral Water on 0548 493522 or 0503 130395. We produce in bulk quantities, so just let us know how much you need. We are located at Bon Ahunjo off the Temakosobo Highway and Dakuman, Nyamiche, Abeche Street. Glorious Natural Mineral Water, so refreshing. Are you thirsty and in need of well-purified water to quench your thirst? I recommend Glorious Natural Mineral Water, produced through reverse osmosis to the highest quality. This highly purified water is perfect for any occasion, being it wedding ceremonies, parties, funerals, engagements, and many more. Contact Glorious Natural Mineral Water on 0548 493522 or 0503 130395. We produce in bulk quantities, so just let us know how much you need. We are located at Bon Ahunjo off the Temakosobo Highway and Dakuman, Nyamiche, Abeche Street. Glorious Natural Mineral Water, so refreshing.
Ebutafo yema obibia kwaba yema bibia chen ede aba Marego tips mraso na no pay se yemfa kudie mu nsama ya boaboa no de efie na afi so amono ne de se fata ceremony na yatu nse Marego Sports Flash na so ba beda o kaba ewo Marego morning news baby obia no Facebook no search Marego TV MAREGO na afi so nyina bodo wo so betimi ahwa adwumade kaba kopiemu ewo TikTok eno so Marego TV sanso na Instagram Marego TV na afi so YouTube Marego TV ni nyina mono edwumadi bibia eda wo kama wo so betima akona afi so ni nyina mono ye bibia onye bia hwe kama na no pe no beren edi Champions Live producer no Patrick na afi Ben 10 eteche kama ni na so ba betao ewo Sport Flash no so na asida no emfa kama na aju spiritual eba center no so teche pa na no pe nyina so eda wo kama wonti sem no draw so emeno so coin to wadaroma de efisem no ebe sha se na afi akowie enso ewa mone na afi de ekoso nyina latest nyina ye na so ebro kama enso ewo ade na no pay ni nyina na ye sha se na ye ko piemo enso ewo former Pando Heart of Lions ade defensive midfielder de din ede echi Dogley na abranti onipo ni bopa obeka ya last is ochemo ede Pando Heart of Lions ball of boy no na no si ade akonka ye pe no ena ko piemo ewo medium ewo takwa penefo enso any appointed din komo yepa ama branches so agipinia wetimi asane 3 years contract ediama mediama SCA nese anto ada 2029 no echi Dogley enso ebetoko so ana obeto so SCA kan ediama mediama sene de mediama se nyame adoma nese Ghana Premier League no omo energy nyame adoma CAF Champions League omo giremo ediama man kronkron Ghana nto obenya penefo so betimi asane players awodwa omo ne boss so betimi akonka no nti se ne de echi Dogley we fi Pando Heart of Lions akopiemo enso ewo SC mediama 3 years contract nyame adoma ono so bejam se akan enso ediama team no Ebutafo da so eja efisa ko piemo ewo Hohwa United Force so e kakra omo so ade a nyina mo no omo player bakwa ono so din enso ede Usman Safiano enso e player bakwa na ense enkane no si aka enso edima Hohwa United a na Brent so any ball ni ball pass se ni de medium force so eni na wi a 2 years contract until 2028 no da Usman Safiano and so we fe Huawei akopiem e wo media ma no so akoka team no ho a nyame adoma na ese CAF Champions League no ono so ebebo amfe media ma modebo no and so bitima akoka say the media ma for egusu esane mo asane echidogle no masan so asane Usman Safiano a ono so akopiem and so media 2 years contract brante be jemo na afi si akan and so e de ma media ma FC ebutafo so ejan nsem nyina mu no na yentoa so na yenhwe de ekoso nya so ewo nanope ya yena so eda wo kama enso ewo ha na yenkopiemo enso ewo amonone na ewo amonanya amonone nse but amonone na yenkopiemo ewo Ghana player ne den e de Alexander Jiko enso akasa kakra e de afa Cristiano Ronaldo nsampa Ronaldo ye player ba kwa ono nkasa oye defender no ni toughest opening toughest player ono Jiko akwakohya no trim sampa Ronaldo odi ball ne ball na wanhwe na nkohya Ronaldo pa na wanhwe onso ye pa dia the Ronaldo di be ono eno so anobe di pa enkote insama Alexander Jiko ekafa Cristiano Ronaldo.
It wasn't penalty, I remember.
Okay, the toughest striker you've ever faced?
Cristiano Ronaldo, I think, during the World Cup in Qatar, 2022, yes. But I
really disturbed you.
Yeah, but that time he was not like it was in Madrid.
Yeah.
Just he stay in the box, but in the box he is very clever. Yes, very dangerous. Yes, yes. He get a fake penalty, but it was not penalty. I remember.
Okay, the toughest striker you've ever faced?
Cristiano Ronaldo, I think, during the World Cup in Qatar, 2022. Yes, but I
really disturbed you.
Yeah, but that time he was not.
It when sema Jiko de atuja obeka ya Qatar 2022 Ghana yesha Portugal ma na ese Ronaldo ji penalty mama Portugal for ehye Ghana 2-1 no energy ku echim se Ronaldo oye striker bia ne hu ye pa de bia box ne manhwe ya ne wo hare won so be fa nwa cha osisi a to ni sema Jiko so e de abase Ronaldo any toughest striker we share e wo na brabo in 27 no so epiem kakra ye na so eta e wo morning show no so na ye go piemo enso e wo Abdul Fattah Wisahako ono so a player ba kwa na ese nyina mo no beka ya na anko jemo Edinburgh Leicester City e wo championship him mako piemo e wo e ade a League 1 na send Abdul Fattah Wisahako after say Ghana ye go pure World Cup ni body boys so ni ye ba mo fa no so mame na ni nyina mo se ni ya bo World Cup na wie no se ni de Ipswich Town mo so qualify abe piemo enso e wo English Premier League no akosa Brighton 20 million pounds a na sa Brighton si we feel Leicester City akopiemo enso e wo Ipswich Town no ena wasani wie no chem sampa Ipswich for munya mutanyam aduma na season shase a mebehume Abdul Fattah Wisahako se maba ni de team na se team ni damakuma so ye pa maba se me so ma ho de nim bibia che de kwa be do me so me de bebo Ipswich 20 sama Abdul Fattah Wisahako after World Cup no se ono so enya club akako se aka eso de ama na wani sama epiem kakra enso e wa Ghanaian players a ye de wasem na so eta e wo sports flash no so a ye na so da na no pay e wo morning show no so da so eja Ghana players so se sem no ye go piem enso Tariq Lamptey obekaya advantage so fi Brighton e go piemo e o Fiorentina e o Talents you are no o ko na se pra e ha ni pa no e na se wa ko piemo QPR na se e da ko piemo e o championship ni ma se ni de Tariq Lamptey so ko piemo no ma na se penifo so timi anvele ni kama e no hwe screen so a e no so e ade a f kama so no ma se Tariq Lamptey we fi Brighton ko piemo en so e o Fiorentina akopio QPR so championship no ma na se ni anvele no e no hwe screen so a e no so e ade a na f pan so no ma wani nsema e no so piem kakra e o Tariq Lamptey aso e na no pay ye na so e da kama en so e wa heda so ja teams ahodo ni players ahun nsem no ye go piem o Adriana Stars aso e kakra Adriana for enso eni abre se nyame adoma Ghana Premier League no so mo so modebo etimi ekonkan eno na Brighton eni Samuel Tineto no anka no so echiemo edema brekum Chelsea se na Adriana for enso asana Brighton of 3 years contract no ono so agi atoma na se nyame adoma next season and this season ya no so bechiemo esi akadema Adriana se Samuel Buedo na so no so afa Brighton efi brekum Chelsea abepiemo Adriana ti Samuel Tineto se we fi brekum Chelsea enso piemo enwo Adriana Stars a 3 years contract no Brighton so bechiemo esi akan enso edema Adriana ni hwasem nyina eda kama enso ewo hanu ma edi nyina so ema ewo sports flash no so na yefi Adriana yento aswe na yemfa de akaro emfa ntom so ena no pedia na yenko piemo enso ewo Kumasi Asante Kotoko board chairman den Mr James or say Brown enso da betwa say era ni nyina mo no ada coach a den Eric Tinkler na enche bia na papa penifo enso sign somra na omejibi na afi Kumasi Asante Kotoko coaching job no omra be adwuma coach ahase egusu ye adwuma kakaka ni adade a eno ena sese ni de Mr James or say Brown ono so aka che coach ni say Kumasi Asante Kotoko big club na nyame adoma omo first expectation it say nya wo say Kumasi Asante Kotoko etimi Ghana Premier League ye bebo 2026-27 no na Kumasi Asante Kotoko gia nyame adoma CAF Champions League no Kumasi Asante Kotoko ko piemo ewo Africa ne nyina mo no say Kotoko anko piemo ewo CAF Champions League na CAF Confederation Cup de ewo say Kumasi Asante Kotoko piemo ho ne nyina mo no ada Kotoko capable Kotoko ewo sa atumi ni ahoɔden no say Kotoko big club nti Kotoko bobre no CAF Champions League ne CAF Confederation Cup nyame adoma coach abana on bɔ ne homaden na afi season be sha ase no Kumasi Asante Kotoko NG Ghana Premier League wani sema ada Kumasi Asante Kotoko board chairman ne den enso James Ose Brown enso de akoma coach Eric Tinkler me na so emma enso na no pay was sports flash no so they go piem so amono ne yemfa amono ne nsem so entom so kama nyame adoma UEFA Super Cup no final no ebeba so enso Red Bull Arena was Salzburg na eno no Paris Saint-Germain enso ene Aston Villa Paris Saint-Germain any Aston Villa nyame adoma 12 August 2026 no at 7 p.m. Ghanaian time and a game no eba so nti UEFA Super Cup no nyame adoma 12 August no game no eba so Paris Saint-Germain any Aston Villa eba so Red Bull Arena was Salzburg na ese nyina mo no weni sema eno so APM kakra efa UEFA Super Cup nyame adoma enche eno so ebeko so ewa monone ye go piem ewo Mexican goalkeeper ne den Guillermo Ochoa enso ye goalkeeper ba kwa brante wenyi pa na ono so no abaye the oldest goalkeeper World Cup etumo no ono so go che ema Mexico se ni de ode ne retirement aba se de bema be no bema be ni nyina to be no waye no edema Mexico national team se ni de ode retirement aba na se nyame adoma abrante board de with Jaiboa 27 PM kakra enso Guillermo Ochoa na so ono so ye goalkeeper edema Mexico ye de wasem nyina so eda na no pay was sports flash no so na ye go PM kakra FIFA fa so ye kakra no a me the story no ebro se FIFA 4 enso nyame adoma 2026 World Cup petum no FIFA 4 benya $13 billion a say Gianni Infantino obeka ye go PM Qatar 2022 a FIFA 4 enya $7.5 billion so ewo ho na the course wa America Mexico ni Canada no na say apeja could do $13 billion na say FIFA 4 World Cup na eba nyina che sampa FIFA 4 sikana infaso na eno munya enso ewo no ma weni sane so APM kakra enso ewo ho na che ne so se ade revenue a omu impacho money to so me revenue omu ye enso edema Qatar 2022 no na $11 billion na se ni de omunya be 7.5 na se Qatar 2022 no FIFA 4 enyeska na mbom ade a World Cup 2026 no FIFA 4 enyeska pa $13 billion na se Gianni Infantino sikana na koso edi mana 20 sema APM kakra enso FIFA 4 so na no pay me na so eda kamaka de edi so kra no me story no Ebrel say Chelsea 4 any Aston Villa 4 ewie kra na abrante de edi Morgan Rogers £170 million no Chelsea 4 akotwa ska no de ama Aston Villa na no abrante medical sawodo na Chelsea for the announcement aba na ni na mo no o say Chelsea big club or excited ni aje so asani eda ma Chelsea enko the announcement na face no isem kakra Morgan Rogers kan ya na fe fa nyina so ensi ana no pay
joining the biggest club in London, the way the club wants to go and how it wants to move.
It's official. Morgan Rogers has signed for Chelsea. 23-year-old England international, one of the best attackers in football, and the man himself is here with me now. Morgan, why Chelsea? Why now?
I'm joining the biggest club in London, the way the club wants to go and how it wants to move forward. It's something that I want to be a part of, and I think it was just perfect for me. I'm a free spirit, free-flowing footballer. Like to take risks, make things happen, change games, wherever that might take. Just can't wait to get going.
It's official.
It's observable when it's my PM kakenti Morgan Rogers say no to 2033. Na say 2026. It be how many years? It be 7 years. Chelsea for Musani player. Na say 2033 na say Morgan Rogers no won kwa munya be 10 years ready baba no eti be 7 years near Chile Chelsea for Arsenal Morgan Rogers nti say no Chelsea player waji jersey number 17 jersey number Eden Hazard chair Arsenal obenya jersey number 10 no say Morgan Rogers ono so be jinsi akan e match so enfensi a aseda hamfa kuma Patrick ono ena pia bibia etom kama tro bibia mam ya meso nyina so ebro na afen supported by Ben na afen na hiajo eswete chi kama pa mi dey champions la mi sorry so na so ni na pam 4 e dey Marego money you know abeto am so na no be yakram.
Fly.
Marego TV, the new experience with great insights.
So I'll put 10,000 in a wiring and marry because next time you point your gun at
Marego TV, the new experience with great insights. Marego TV, the new experience with great insights.
Makosombo Highway. For bookings, please call 020-167-2828. Glorious Event Center, your perfect venue for all your corporate and private events.
Oh yes, I'm fly.
Are you thirsty and in need of well-purified water to quench your thirst? I recommend Glorious Natural Mineral Water, produced through reverse osmosis to the highest quality.
Mama kwa ba mama ache de Marego TV kasamfo ni son emra so said ko wakrata empese mu ebebramo me ka say de Marego TV ya kache ewo okwenya akuse junction tema akoso bo quarantine pon so na okwa na sententa so ne me ko se gina so echegu ewo honom ya friend me nana so anope ama for laptops I lock we so betimi I restart ya Philip so no Hosuno Philip Mario ewo menchewa asaso na Sylvester Tete so say the video be leak no be kwa be fa so hu di pakra o leak sa video no ewu fi hanum say no so no wa ye she eti hanum say
me video
me mama
no say na come no me video be ni let me nye he it say mo kan here
you go bring trouble this side
I say mo kan
they have the want
see you
see I say video leak if you ask me say
me my video leak
for video leak there we know say
the meaning of leak
if you
asigi video mami we no
mami there no wow someone said when you na enyo efa
kamu mami we no asa
azigi
ati mami we no
atu papa
me say me mamu akwa ahwe me say me mamu akwa aba ene Wednesday
na Wednesday
chale bibi aboko de
ade ha aju okum
adomarakwa
ade beku nipa o
chale ade we chale the thing no good o
Chale, Nyankopon.
Wo she wo nu anim na odi ni boni say ye. That thing also be so hu bibia. E was say no bi ka say obegya bia to platforms no.
Enu de.
Like we de enye kasa. Ye djuma no enye kasa.
So say obeye o onye.
Chale, you see, if you say the work we dey do no, it no do allow we make do some certain things. You see, like some of the boys where they misbehave, like we did them for the street, go feed just end down for the street there. But our conduct for public inside, no they allow we could do that thing. Or like that we did them for the street top there.
We did them,
we will arrange boys for you right.
We go waka them.
But as it can make like the work we they do, we no go do that.
We go waka them.
But
so we know we say
when they can now you go waka them,
they say if the lion make quiet, no mean say the lion.
Listen to my executive producer. He dey talk. We go waka you.
So I dey talk. If the lion keep quiet, no mean say the lion.
They tame him
or the lion. He be coward. We all know the history about lion. If lion enter this studio right now,
we go run.
You go see where. Yes, sir, we no get window here condition, so people go create one way to go past. So if you see the lion way, no, your meat, you say you don't want you out. You never say you don't want you. You say no, you don't worry you. So if the lion be quiet, no mean say the lion he be coward. You say you don't want you. I mean about. So if you see we keep quiet, don't mean say Charlie.
You say yes.
No, you say we don't want you.
We can feel waka you say.
Charlie.
Okay, waka na o person chest.
You go waka you go say we dey ziggy you for back.
Yeah, we ziggy you for back. Mami we na we go.
But I say onu assembly wo krom. Na yanka
Mario, can you corner?
You see, me I'll say it again. That sometimes our problems lies with the politicians. I'll say it once again that the only thing a politician cannot do for you is that to change a man into a woman. The only thing a politician cannot do for you is to change a man into a woman. If you want to get you job, if the politician said today you are leaving the country, it is possible. And some of the promises they gave during the campaign trade, they are not fulfilling those promises. It is about time, I said here the last time that simple amenities like road, hospitals, and the likes. We must not demonstrate. We must not fight over it before we get them. Because these are simple amenities that are just there for people to access every day. If you go to some of the middle belt areas, sebi you only a more and then so back. Why? Government structures are left all over the place to rot. Is it not government money?
Taxpayers' money.
Look, regional minister, if was stand well.
Hey!
Because of the regional ministers.
Is the regional minister where they talk?
I say regional minister.
Me, I don't say
I don't mention what they name for it. The regional minister for Stanwell. One regional minister promises that within some few months, Accra, the illumination in Accra will be like heaven. But your regional minister, wait to me, Ayana. Accra, Greater Accra regional minister, Honorable Linda Oklu Aquili, MP for Shell, so the it's a promise. And see, Greater Accra also makes sure that Adan is also part. Pampram is part. Dowenya and the likes are all part of Greater Accra. Yebaga ko Adan. Entebia. So it tells you that when they're going to Adan, no one can snatch your mobile phone because the whole plane will be very clean. So please and please, the promises, they are yea and amen. Let's just make sure that we fulfill those promises. Now, yeah. Manyan just say honorable Garba. And say,
Waba. Oh, say when your appointment.
Once when your appointment.
Say you endorse you no. Near Bompire or say Yankopoya Nadia. Sankoni say ya. Ebekoni say. See where we
now on him. God is not a man that he will lie.
Yes.
You see,
Yes, Honorable Gariba. Yes.
Money, Mamma Bako Akrata, so Nana, sorry, so
I said, we are no pay why you
as you now,
and I have a account now.
F. It means send me F. Oh, I come here and
F. F. Yes, see.
Until I know what come and I didn't know
what can one tell us, who person, tears. Yes, you waka, you be waka, and you one. Ah, as I'm not pay why miss.
Obisa room 12. Hey, chess before no. Chess, chess before no. Say R12.
So mo na mutimiti ska be 117. And the got player onye wasa.
Mama me boy me cry tell say Wednesday na me was
just before the
Mama for Chelsea and then Chelsea. Yes, World Cup we go see say Argentina no. Omutimi win.
I'm not from Argentina. I'm from Argentina.
Na Mama Udin. You Mama Udin.
You your team will support self. Your team will support self. If you say we go talk your team what have
but why say of me when you can make up your my paper then.
You're the father who
the publisher.
Say
the statesman. The Daily Statesman. Final preparations underway for Apostle Sappho's funeral. Chechi Mensah seeks re-election as Central Region MPP Secretary. This is not justice. Upon Chroma digs into Wontume's conviction, USJ finds OSP evidence against Oforiata insufficient. As a Rebarfor leads Ashanti NPP youth organizer.
I don't know why they keep on for this too.
I don't know why they keep the Metro lens. Wontumi fights back. Lawyers line up 20 grounds to crash sentence. NPA rejects reports of 78.6 million Ghanaian cedi scandal, says Auditor General found no financial loss. Pringpang President extends lifeline to Agbozume Ahokwe flood victims. Top of the house, another crowned best performing MP with 98% approval rating. The new publisher. Speaker orders MPs surrender your sirens, police escorts. Yes, shame. Teacher defiles girl 12 during private classes.
You see? So pause.
Minister Hall 60 Ghana cedis allowed deductions. Oh, Radde.
Minister head. And national service for you.
Oh no, yes, 60 Ghana be 50. No, MPP unites behind political prisoner wound to me.
Tommy the 60 cities go ahead. Obi a national service o got 60 cities. Na teacher na wa go zigi 12 year again.
There be a zigi a rape.
The foul.
Na 12 day.
Na 12 day. Where ya kono boni.
12 years day.
The Supreme newspaper. NASPA reviews program after personnel raised consultation concerns. Final preparations to reach climax for Apostle Emeritus Professor Engineer Kwadwo Sappho State Skill Farewell. Prestige Group partners government to build affordable homes for public sector workers. Affordable homes, so a view. Another prayer emerges best performing member of parliament. And also, next paper, please. The custodian. Dr. China sues Haptel for 5 million Ghanaian cedis. Will fight for justice for Wontumi. Wontumi sentence is justice turned upside down. NDC feels on SHS double track. Banks write off 883.7 million bad loans in 4 months. The news center. Yefa Enoa. Parliamentary committee assesses Gold Board's impact and safe Okada riding fueling bridge from trauma. As crisis experts na Eka say. NPA's failures. Contaminated fuel sold to consumers. Fuel mixed with water. 87.3 million liters of petrol without NPA quality checks sold to consumers. Auditor General. Coca picks number 1 slot, signaling ballot advantage. Nearly 1 in 3 Ghanaians living with HIV, unaware of status. The Daily Graphic. No sirens without approval. No. As you say, a subi trap. Patron next paper, why? Republic. Action vows to overturn jail term. OSP defense case against Oforiata. Government on borrowing spree after IMF exits. The Chronicle. Driver plots with goons to rob master. Police recover 300,000 cedis. Final preparation peak for Apostle Kwadwo Safo state burial. Gold ball to procure a gold traceability system next month. Sami Jemfi. The New Publisher. Gunshot misses Ajoa's head, grazes her ear. Kwadwo Safo leads Crystal Asafo despite guns and blood. GES bans shows off in SHS. The Daily Gist. Apostle Kwadwo Safo funeral preparations reach climax. 12.6 million Ghanaian cedis scandal rocks national service. Service personnel scammed. The Daily Guide. Oforiata still facing criminal charges. OSP. NSA under fire over 60 civil service allowance deduction. National Service Honsensem NABP teacher ni akodi file 12-year-old student ochren ufa ochren adie. The publisher, the New Publisher. Shame, teacher defiles girl 12 during private classes. Sylvester, and as you give one more. Defilement. Akwaya say enance eya to so. Krobo mantem ha yi a ewo ye krobo enclave na say ebi ewa hanom. So teacher ni no we di saying. Akwala yese ko kire na de na ko sebe ukọ fefe no yi epra no yi eye ana.
Enye.
So the way the teacher pen.
Enye. Enye. Yesi ko kire ade ye nka say ko so akwala nim. So onye obia na o teacher. Enye obia na o teacher. So ti uye teacher ni na akwala no so your role model. Na akwala na back class na o feel say atade o hye no eno no ebetimi edu to any temptation mu then you tell the child to go and change. Some private classes no have been ebu akwala ntimi kwa na adwokra no mefie. That private classes no ebu a teacher emeka so bra me fie na me kire wade ebu a omutimi ko hia o ba bi na o kire akwala na ade na akwala otimi ma akwala ntimi twan be 9 10 afi na akwala no ko fie. And that kind of private classes, I will say, I offer to me shani you be an so do ban money say on chakolanadi.
How well do you know the person?
Very good, because in teachers born I will go back or no a private AB teacher beer, say be a fan or no so we in school beer, SHS be or chakolanadi. And upe say uba bar yen private classes. So upo beer or your bar and now be a winning penny moving on chakolanadi. Instead of say young guys no maban. Den ya bibi bekoso. Sakura na dress at the back class no feel say bia. Ni dress ni nya. Mi pachowa. Then let the child go and then change yourself and come back. Because our private classes no. E bon kola ni dey but kwan ye fa so wo ye no. Because e bu omutumi sua ko si anwumre 11 10. Oh teacher na frame so ma teacher na frame so me na ye be class and no ye mpontem. Ebu a Sunday kwa no mu ye ebu a Monday to Sunday no mu gusu ye sa classes no nti e wo say awo font mi hwe sa ade no na enye obia na so do ba ba ma no because so far na kwa nya 12 years no wa bobọ no for kakra so nti ni dress be the bar you the teacher have to avoid certain things so that's what ma akra no so if say bia no ya wa kono a try your best, be disciplined, focus on your teaching na cha kwa ande na ko 12 years yi akono ben ahia ne wo no a wakọ fifi akoya ma se ye betuwa wakọ akodem so yeah man we should be disciplined sometimes na a teacher for I say omuhu asem dos wo kroma dodo omuhu asem dos wo kroma me da say
you see sometimes we need to blame parents as well. Your world's life that don't depends on the extra classes. Sebi. It's not all extra classes that would determine how your future will be like. We are only trying to give our wards the basic education. That's why we want to go the extra mile to make sure that teacher impart knowledge into them. But it's not all extra classes that yields the result we want. You see, so like you said, who is the teacher? On what authority, on what research are you leaving your ward, a female, into the hands of maybe a 25 years old, private teacher or school teacher or whatsoever? And I know that now, even if you go to some homes, they have the formica board there already. You bring it outside. They are outside and they are teaching. You see, so if even this long vacation that you see all kinds of banners all over the place, summer holidays and wine in the Mabibri. You see, so if we want to give that education to our wards, let's just look out for the best, and let's look at the character of the teachers that we want them to impart into our wards. How can a teacher be doing this to someone's daughter, 12 years old? You see, it's not anything we should encourage at all.
Okay, thank you. Still in the publisher, and saying Nanu be Pimo, police food in a corner, casa, on Nkani, a siren, but when I'm traffic more, people say be a haze, and as ambulance, and as a penny be a bear, and yon, as I say in the speaker, say, Obia, surrender your sirens, please, escort, say, when the parliamentarians and I can say.
As I did some George Kamasi, and yes, I'm John American once. When he was in opposition, say, Sarin, Crown, or so whom MPB recording and fastening bra, me boy. And but so more, a boy out in a crown, her crana, MPB came a Omunjayo.
Oh, I bet the minister, the Speaker of Parliament said that you want to use those sirens, make sure the Interior Minister is aware and they should give you approval. So, you see, I don't know what the siren mean to them. You see, there are other police escorts that you don't even need. The motorbikes are there. For instance, if the president is, you don't even normally hear the sirens wailing. The motorbikes will just pass.
Right, this pattern of
yes, it tells you that someone is coming. So, I believe it's supposed to be so. Because there are other not more cars that when they are passing, you hear those sirens. And we know mostly those sirens are for police officers, ambulance services, when they have emergencies. So, I don't know what is the use of the siren for the MP. Maybe he or she need to get to a place at one point in time. Fine. But they have to just go by the order of the Speaker of Parliament. That they have to seek permission from the Interior Ministry to just make sure that those things are sanctioned and sanctioned well. Not just any siren at all.
Marego, you say, NSA for no, the National Service Personnel for now, you had that almost 60 cedis, no. But depending on that press release, no, no, ABP was it me kind.
And a kind of sorry, sooner.
Edema, young Crawford, I say, Marego TV rapping live at Ada Intino, was it to me a kind, a honor. Mr. Mamunfa press release, and to so and farm my as a photofiam press release. For immediate release, 17 July 2026, Adan State to observe a period of traditional cleaning, spiritual renewal, and communal reflection during the 89th Adan Asafotufiam Festival. Adan, Greater Accra Region, Ghana, July 17, 2026. The President of the Adan Traditional Council and Paramount Chief of the Adan State, His Royal Majesty J.Ch. Nene Kabu Abram Akwaku III, together with the 89th Adan Asafotufiam Festival Planning Committee and Adan Traditional Council, wishes to formally inform the general public, development partners, sponsors, collaborators, residents, and the international community of important adjustments to the activities planned for the 89th edition of the Adan Asafotufiam Festival. The decision forms part of a broader traditional and spiritual preparation towards two historic milestones in the life of the Adan State: the forthcoming 90th anniversary of the Adan Asafotufiam Festival and the Golden Jubilee celebration of the reign of His Royal Majesty J.Ch. Nene Kabu Abram Akwaku III. For generations, traditional cleansing rites have occupied a sacred place in the cultural and spiritual life of the Adan people. Those ceremonies serve as a period of reflection, purification, renewal, reconciliation, and reaffirmation of the customs and values that bind the people of Adan together. Recognizing the need to restore and uphold the significant aspects of Adan's cultural heritage, the Traditional Council has resolved that the 89th Adan Asafotufiam Festival will primarily serve as a period of cleansing, spiritual preparation, and communal reflection for the greater celebrations ahead. It is the considered wisdom of the elders that this year's observance should place greater emphasis on spiritual and traditional essence of the festival with less focus on pomp and pageantry, thereby laying the foundation for the historic and more jubilant celebrations planned for 2027. Consequently, many of the customary, cultural, and traditional activities that are normally associated with the Asafotufiam festival will not be observed in their usual form this year. Instead, attention will be directed towards the traditional cleansing ceremonies to be undertaken by the various clans and communities across the Adan state. All activities of the festival will resume fully next year. The 89th edition of the festival is scheduled for 7th to 14th August 2026. The Traditional Council wishes clarity that the festivals day by day will still be observed. However, the events will be organized differently from previous years in the manner that reflects the solemnity and significance of the cleansing period while preserving the dignity and heritage of the festival. The Adan Traditional Council further assures the public that all approved social gatherings, community engagements, hospitality activities, and corporate brand activations associated with the festival period will proceed as scheduled. Business, sponsors, exhibitors, partners, and collaborators can therefore continue with their planned engagement and participation without disruption. Edibesi ha answer, and I just say, I feel the 89th edition of Adan Asafotufiam Festival no ebe baso na emo no enko base na afi bia no ye no na ye be ko ngano ne yakobo to fine of basketry no eno entimi mas na emo ye be ye no amamre ene amane ekwan so se na be ya ye betimi esiesie ye ho aboabo ye ho e de ama next year de na ebe the 90th edition of the Asafotufiam no sa enso na de afi na ebe wrem no 2027 no so no ebe 50 years reign of Jeche Nene Kabu Abram Akwaku enso ewo ho ntini esisaye kakra abemu ewo ho no mu eno so yebesa ma 40 asese safotu ne de ebe koso just be say na wo hwe na wunya na emu no still ano so ebe ye de enchem repemu no mpanyufo be fi the Adan Traditional Council aba Marego TV studio premises anu mu sei no mo ne abedi nkomo amoma cheche mu yi pa ede ama ekpeti pomiji kan je hano Asafotufiam ne maba na je hanye mipa anyo kenne no chake mi bo maba mi ngeja ka jano angokusumi ni pemi ke mami drami ke kake pemi bene pene mane ya no ne ehwo ehinoguju lo chake mi bo maba mi ke ko enome ahiji o de ko to makpa na ahineji macheyin ke manya matobe na manje Adan Traditional Council ke maba Marego TV here na ko bana ni semi na magbla ni amike chon wo samenya bene pene sisuni mi ne ba se enome tue pesio no fe no ko ne apionga Asafotu je hayemio e maba no je kan e kusumi kome ne chake mi bo maba mi me de beba mona ye dia sorry so
say Adan there as time goes on there are changes even in human life there are changes all the time so we'll just hold this press release in high esteem and just go according to what the press release is saying.
Sly.
Yeah, Adan say every festival with its rules. The Dominia Bano, we did this from next week, you know. Ebenya time ya kan wase bebre, but it's one of the festival bia. Ehun ya kono among for energy. Hopefully from next week we'll talk about it and then bia okwa da bia so unsampa Marego is rapping life. Now feeling so your consua yendi mra no so. Nti wo de I hope say as the days echo
so be eno na hia marriage so be na feel this there so be bebaso anopay ahana yede anopay jumedie wako wakranta pensen mu no ABC na afi ye de aka no atwaso madam asemo bae Husunu Philip Mario Nyamishra Sylvester Tete Nyamishra Wakadego thank you your friend me na Wakadego my pon
so you Oshebwa on the so
my head bobbe na masho na me ndi so e bobbe na me masho wa me ndi so
sepi
aha fa ko ho
da bi say na odi fa so o se wo no bibia fa so na ebeba enye yi ena yi su se tom enye su sa to ba o shebo adi so ena enwo
medam ase you me dey
ese odi e kwa chi
ye dey adwuma fofo de papa no kwa me friend on fa medam ase
se be ko
na se so ofio
next segment please your friend me na so you
Are you thirsty and in need of well-purified water to quench your thirst? I recommend Glorious Natural Mineral Water, produced through reverse osmosis to the highest quality. This highly purified water is perfect for any occasion, being it wedding ceremonies, parties, funerals, engagements, and many more. Contact Glorious Natural Mineral Water on 0548 493522 or 0503 130395. We produce in bulk quantities, so just let us know how much you need. We are located at Pong Ahunjo off the Temakosomo Highway and Dakuman, Nyamiche, Abeche Street. Glorious Natural Mineral Water, so refreshing. Are you thirsty and in need of well-purified water to quench your thirst? I recommend Glorious Natural Mineral Water, produced through reverse osmosis.
as Garba, the assembly member for Nwaso Old Town, who went contesting as the constituency youth organizer for the New Patriotic Party, but lost in the house this morning. Garba, why are you laughing?
Garba, when you mentioned contested, I was waiting for the loss.
No, yes, so you lost. You lost.
Yes.
So why?
Oh yes, yes.
Why? You lost. Anyway, congratulations, Krasu to me. Enya could draw to contest. So congratulations. Anyway.
Thank you.
How have you been, Garba?
Well, I would say I'm fine. Just that you know, when you go into election and then you lose, you know that feeling. And then the most sad part is that my followers somehow have to forsake, and then apart from the fact that I've lost, I have to be going up and down again.
Visit them in the hospital.
Yes.
Quick, Garba. So, what motivated you to go for this election?
Mali, thank you so much, and let me use this opportunity to say a very good morning to the staffs of Marego TV and then our listeners out there, the MPP constituency executives elect. I would want to congratulate all of them. You know, as a party, we all know the basic foundation of every party is the youth wing. And then when you look at the 2024 elections in Lower Manya, we lost because against all odds, our youth wing was not functioning. So if we want to prepare ourselves towards 2028, then as we all know, every good building comes with a foundation. So we needed somebody who can communicate proper to the youth. We needed somebody who can mobilize the youth for the party. At the longer round, the delegate has decided. And then I'm so happy because I'm sure that the Marego TV was there to cover the. And then against all odds, for the first time, I lost by a difference 20, which I think about 1,200 and something delegates. And then the difference was just 20. Should tell you that the delegates really had love for me. And then in a party, when you are doing something when you are working for the party, you shouldn't think that people or party people are not acknowledging it. So, like I said, yes, my papa Boache Jacobeka said, Nansu will be at home. Yes, so I contested and I lost, but the party work continues. And I'm so happy that my brother from Nwaso, the same Nwaso, yes. Daniela, as we all call him, U.S. Army. I greet you this morning. I want to use this opportunity to also congratulate him. And my doors are open.
Have you congratulated him already? Did you do that?
Yes. I've tried to do that, but
what do you mean you've tried to do that? About what?
Yeah, so on the.
Did you call him after the election?
Yes, I called him.
Did you speak to him?
I called him. He answered, and then he said he was a little engaged because during that time
he was party, engaged. So
yes, so we couldn't talk. Okay. Fortunately, yesterday I had a chance to meet him. But as Nwasoians, we are planning to meet this Sunday, so that we get to talk to our followers, so that they will all get to understand that elections are over. We need to come together and then push the elephant together. So, like I said, officially, I'm congratulating my brother Daniela, U.S. Army. We all fought a good fight. But at the end of the day, when you throw two stones into the air, one will fall before the other. My doors are open so far as party work is concerned.
What was the biggest challenge you faced on the ground during your campaign?
So, it was rather unfortunate I didn't start my campaign early.
Okay.
Because I needed to do extensive consultations before I start the campaign.
So how long did you start before going for election?
Well, I only used 3 weeks to campaign.
3 weeks?
Yes.
And you lost by 20 votes?
Yes. I even say less than 3 weeks. Okay. Because I had to tour the entire 31 electoral areas. And then, like I said, it was not that easy. And then I personally think once in a while we should all get to contest. Because you notice that some of our brothers and families and then some of the people living in other constituencies are really struggling. Until you get to contest and then visit these people, you think that life is only around you at Nwaso Ota. But I've gained a lot of experience. I've learned a lot. But I think the major thing was the fact that my campaign didn't start early. And then, you need resources to going up and down, fuel, TNT, and then all sort of stuff. So like I said, I needed to do extensive consultation before I start my campaign.
When the results were declared, what was your first reaction?
Well, that day, when the voting was going on, one politician once said that during the voting, everybody was saying, I voted for you, I voted for you. And then this person will say, I voted for you, then he will give the person something. After the counting, he realized the number of people who came to him that day, they had voted for him, he didn't get the number. When the voting was going on, every signal was showing that delegates were pleased with my campaign messages. Delegates were really impressed with the work I was doing for the party previously. So every signal was showing that I was leading. And then the most interesting part was that I didn't know the ballot box was two. So when the first side was counted and then I won, people started calling to congratulate me. So I was so happy. Then later I was told that it was two there. And then at the other side, I lost by the difference, 20. So because I was already called I was already called and then congratulated, and later that happened, I was a little down. But at the end of the day, the elephant won. So I needed to get myself.
Some says money influence decide the selection. Do you agree with that?
No.
You don't agree with
Yes,
that?
because like I said, if it is money, I don't think my difference should be 20.
Okay.
The delegates of Lower Manya, delegates, I think, have taken a decision. And then in this particular time, maybe they want to test my patience. Yes, because I've not served at the constituency level before. And then, like I said, the delegates didn't vote based on money.
So what's the biggest lesson you've learned from this? Well, this lesson has taught you?
You know, the interesting part is that, you know, before the elections, you see more of the people coming to you and all sort of stuff, saying that, yes, we are going with you. But sometimes you'll be amazed that like 90% of people who did that during the campaign season were the first people to lead the Jama when I lost.
Can you imagine?
Yes. And then, you know, most of them, sometimes in our private life, there are people who we support, who depend on us for certain things. It's just rather unfortunate.
Hey, don't go there.
it's just rather unfortunate. Most of them led the Jama after the election.
Yes.
I have not been able to.
Such is life.
Yes. So I personally think that the lessons I've learned so far is that when they are doing you, your head shouldn't be that big. You should just stay focused. And then Apostle Joshua Selman said that you should win first. You should win first, because if you, no matter the ideologies you have, if you don't win, you can't implement them. So like I said, it has been the biggest lesson that I learned in this particular time.
Thank you very much. If you just joined us, we are on the political arena segment having a one-on-one discussion with Honorable Isaac Kofi Numo Tete Garba, the assembly member for Nwaso Ota, who contested as the constituency youth organizer on the ticket of the MPP and lost. Good morning to Awusi of Awusi Foundation. It is those that we love most that betray us, so said. Garba, what message do you have for young people who are afraid to contest because they fear losing?
Well, I personally think, so far as our country's democracy is concerned, if you want to go the path I'm journeying on now, you should just encourage yourself that you can make it. Because Garibak, I'm coming from nowhere, and then for the first time, I went for a constituency election, and then delegate had that faith in me. You know, the campaign was selling because I didn't just, like I said, it wasn't money. But so as a youth, you should just look at your portfolio, where you best fit in. And then, as at now that you've not thought about contesting an election or whatsoever, you should be very careful what you do now, because people are really watching you. And then most of the time, I don't come here and then get to celebrate or talk about my career without getting to talk about Marego TV, because Marego TV had given me a lot of exposure. Going into this election, you go somewhere and somebody will say, "Oh, this guy, I've been seeing him on TV. He has been doing the party work. This guy, I've been hearing him speak on radio and TV and all sort of stuff." It was part of the reason why my vote even appreciated. So as a party member, sometimes you don't solely depend on the money. You don't think that except money comes, I'm not going. You don't think that because this person I have personal issues with this person, I'm also going, because this person is leading, I'm going to make sure the party lose. Someday when it's your turn to lead, somebody will remind you that when of this person was in power, you were doing this. So I think as youth, we should just look at where we best fit in and then build upon it. Because today, I'm not here because the delegates of Lower Manya think that I'm better off than anybody. But they've been monitoring me. I went somewhere and then one man was like, "Do you remember me?" And I said in my head, "Then am I Bium?" And then he asked again, "Do you know me?" And I just can't remember. Then he asked one guy to also stand up. When he did, they asked, "Do you know this guy too?" I said, "No, mini pay." I was just saying it in my head. Then the next thing was that he said that the guy was his son. And do I remember in April there was an accident? I picked the people up to the hospital, and then when the family came later to thank me, I told them it was the work of an assemblyman. It was his son, and that was a guy. And then interestingly, you will be amazed that before the start of the election, I had already boxed 2 votes over there. So you see, sometimes you think that
It's
when you
good
are
to be
doing good,
good.
you think that maybe you are doing it for doing sake. In as much as some people might not like you, but as it's been said, 1,000 hate, 1,000 love. That day, after the campaign, he said that, and then it was testimony after testimony. So, like I said, going into the campaign, because the testimonies were coming, I felt like yes. In as much as it was going to be difficult, I felt like yes, I have really lived my life well, and then it has really helped me during this time. So I only encourage the youth not to give up. Don't engage in drugs. Don't do things that sometimes our lives on TV. Our life is not limited to what we see on TV. But just make sure that whatever you do outside or off the TV shouldn't be too dangerous that somebody might use it against you going forward.
Thank you, Gabra. You said your campaign sold very well. In simple words, what was your campaign message?
Well, I personally believed my message was basic, and then it was very simple for MPP to put an end to vote buying, which in short, I brought up a project named Operation 1617. So the Operation 1617 was very simple. Let's look out for kids that are 16 and 17 years now. Let's see how best MPP can impact their lives. And the difference is very simple. Now that we are impacting their lives as they are 16 and 17, they will not be thinking we are going to need anything from them. And based on that, they will think it was a genuine support from us. The difference is that by 2028, they will all be 18 years. So by then, we've already boxed this case. And then it was going to
register them to vote for you?
For the MP, because as at when they were 16, 17, the party was supporting them in one way or the other, depending on the electoral area and then what we can do to impact those children. By 2028, when they get registered, they will remember that MPP did this for them, MPP did that for them genuinely, and then they were going to vote for us. So such a child, you don't have to be waiting at a polling station or polling center with 2 CDs to bribe him or her to vote for you. And then it was a basic campaign message I used. And I realized that the delegates really felt that, yes, this was going to help us, that maybe we'll get into look for money or soap, getting to share soap or gari and all sorts of stuff.
You be some finger rubber in your magba. Gara, I come on a long bene Marego Hammer from the backstage. I come on banana, yes. Honorable Isaac Kofinimo Garba, you did well.
Yeah,
once again, I will congratulate you, and I congratulate you too again.
It was not going to be possible without Marego TV. Like I said, I get a lot of exposure from here. Sometimes you think people are not watching, but maybe after the shows, text messages come. Oh, so and so. Sometimes when we even meet our NDC brothers after the show, you see an NDC member who will message you and say, "Oh, you really did well." So it means that people are watching.
So that's the love for the job. Marego TV is everywhere. You can reach us on all socials too. For Marego TV has come to stay. Remember, Marego TV is a new experience with great insight. Gara, congratulations.
Thank you. I don't know if you're...
Are you surprised? I know. For the Lower Manyaklo constituency, New Patriotic Party. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm not going to ask, how did you know? I know Marego TV is everywhere.
Gabra, how come you lost an election and you've given an appointment? How did you get this?
Yeah, so it all boils down to my character and then how you keep yourself. You know, after the elections, one man on the field, one man got close to me and he asked me, "What kind of human being are you? All the people that lost has disappeared, but you are still here." Yeah, so you know, people have lost elections to me, and then till today they still work hand with me. Who lost that election? Although the party only had 5 people, we added him to be 6, and then we worked hand in hand. I contested an assembly election. A few people lost to me, and then you'll be amazed that till today they work hand in hand with me. So if I should lose to a brother, I don't think, and also if I should lose to somebody today, I don't think hell should break loose. So because of the way I was carrying myself, and then like I said, you see, you have to the party know what your capabilities are and then your strength. And then, you know, because I have HND in accounting to really...
I was coming to ask what motivated you to take the secretary.
When you for it. I don't think my certificate will have some of the policy, but thank you so much. And then messaging book life is not working today. I don't know.
Check. Okay. We'll check. We'll check. Technical team, kindly check the Facebook live for us.
You know, politically, as
before you come, if you are not getting access to the Facebook live, you can equally go on TikTok or YouTube. Marego TV on TikTok or YouTube. We are all on the socials everywhere. If you're having challenges wherever you are with the Facebook live, you can just watch it on YouTube or TikTok. Thank you very much. Gaba.
So, politically, as a financial secretary, you are going to work hand in hand with the treasurer, constituency treasurer, the constituency chairman, and then constituency secretary. And the basic thing, you know, sometimes we don't always lose the election because the party has not performed. But if the party or party people thinks that the party executives or people at the top have not managed the cash flow in and out of the party duties, that want to create a lot of tension and issues. So as a financial secretary, you know, I'm going to be in charge and I'm going to lead lobbying money to run the party. I'm going to be in charge of record keeping. Yes, money that expenditure and then money that comes into the party coffers. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to take records of expenditure, things that the monies that we get are being used, and then I'm going to be in budgeting in terms of budgeting for how things money should be run within the party. And then I rightly said earlier on, as a secretary, I'm not going to be much involved in a monetary aspect, as in me handling money. No, my work will more the paperwork, just making sure that monies that are being allocated for certain things are being done in the right way. And then also make sure that, you see, every party has their own constitution, and then make sure that constitution wise how monies should be disbursed, given out from the top, follow the constitutional requirement. And these are the basic things that I'm supposed to do as a financial secretary.
How will you ensure transparency and accountability in handling party funds? Should it?
You know, I'm very fortunate to have constituency executives like the treasurer, the secretary, and then the chairman that I spoke about, that are people that are very transparent. They are people that would always want to see the MPP grow, or the MPP. You see, in this particular time, the focus now is 2028. Every single executive now that is in the MPP would want to see our party make it in 2028. So far as transparency is concerned, transparency is the first thing to do, because right now I always keep telling people that we are not in the position now because it's only the floating voters or majority of Ghanaians that felt MPP didn't perform. But most of the party people who felt they were not people were not that too transparent to them. You will be amazed that even after the 2024 election, you hear that money that was given to somebody to be given to party people didn't show up. Money that were given out for people's TNT. You know, sometimes I see those things not to be vote buying. Let's assume that somebody is staying at Ada, and then he should contact me that, oh, I vote in Waso Otan, so I would want to come and vote. Then maybe I should talk to somebody at the top that, oh, this so and so person needs TNT. and then you will be amazed that the person will be asked to come and vote, and after the TNT will be given. Nipa ni beto abani wia who shusha nipa na edit TNT na man na ayasem. So transparency there, it's very important. I quite remember when we were going for the 2024 elections, as an honorable member for the area, an amount was allocated to me, and then you'll be amazed that instead it was allocated to me, but I had to give it out.
Why?
Because I personally think that the number of delegates and the number of MPP people in the electoral area were more than me. So I decided to meet all the 9 polling stations we have in Nwaso Old Town and disburse the said money among the 9 polling stations, which I personally think that was the best thing to do. If not, by now, during my campaign time, somebody will say, even as an assembly member, during the election time, when I was star, you see, so, and then, you know, like I said, as an assemblyman, before I became an assemblyman of Nwaso Old Town has been a community that most of the time you hear assemblyman chop this, assemblyman does that. But thank God for the past 3 years that I've been an assemblyman, you will not hear that. I don't even play with anything that has to do with the community's money. I think it's part of the reason why the party has really considered me for this position.
Thank you very much, Garba. So, what strategies will you use to raise funds locally without overburdening members?
You know, first thing is to encourage the party faithfuls to pay their dues. Yes, that is the first point of contact. Every MPP member should know that in these difficult times, the party can only stand, the party can only survive when we pay our dues. Only praying that when party people or party faithfuls understands and pay their dues, when our party comes to power, we will not forget them. Because most of the time, in the position like this, even as constituency officers, you know that monies will not be coming from anywhere. You would have to run the party on your own. So, and then secondly, we have stakeholders, council of elders. We have people in the communities who belong to the MPP party and then are well-to-do. We will get close to some of them and then tell them why they should fund or they should support the party in these critical times. As we hope that our own Papa, Boache Ajakon, will also win the national chairman position so that Lower Manya wouldn't be lacking too much, as he has been a member. He has been somebody who has done it before. When we were in opposition back in between 2016 and between 2008 and 2016, the 4 Krobo block, he was funding them. There was an amount he was allocating for all the 4 Krobo blocks every month to run the party. So people,
that is Upper Manya,
Hilo, Asojama, and
Lower Manya.
Yes, when between 2008 and 2016, Honorable Boache Ajakon was allocating funds to run the party up to 2016 when we came to power. So we can fall on people like him to run the party as we speak now.
How will you ensure that grassroots members see the impact of their contributions made to the party?
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is, you see, most of the time as polling station, because I've been a polling station officer before, I've been a grassroots member before.
Okay.
The very first thing that most polling station or grass people acknowledge and appreciate them more is in terms of their troubles and needs. Let's assume a polling station officer or a party member is getting married. At least based on their little contributions, we should get a little fund to support the person. And Nyakra say, command 10 packs of bottled water. That person will acknowledge that at least the dues now owed to you know, not that some people are sitting on it somewhere. I'll make sure that sometimes we have polling station officers. Although in this particular time, we are going to sponsor education and all those kind of stuff. But sometimes there are certain situations that you know that there are exceptions. If the party have money in our cafes, we should be able to support those people.
If the party has money in the cafes, they should be able to support the people. Isaac Kofi Garba, the newly elected financial secretary for the New Patriotic Party NPP Lower Manyaklo constituency without one-on-one interview. Garba, are you with me?
Yes.
As we approach the 2028 elections, how will you financially prepare the constituency to be more competitive? NPP lost its seat. What is the financial plan to back this time?
Yes, so that is what I'm saying now. As we speak now, I'm sure we are now going for the regional elections. And then as a constituency, we will depend on the budgetary, and as a budget that is going to be prepared from region to us in Lower Manya, in as much as we are going to try our possible best to internally be generating some funds, but we are going to depend solely on the plan that is going to be developed or given to us from national or region. So we are hoping that after the regional elections, after the national elections, they will also meet us as a constituency and then tell us the party's plan. You see, as the financial secretary of the party, like I said earlier, the party has its own constitution, and then Lower Manya is not exception. So as a financial secretary, I'm going to make sure that whatever is the platform of the party from national to region to the constituency level will be implemented.
Garba, how do you think you will work with your constituency chairman and the other executives?
I'm very fortunate to have a good working relationship with all the
chairman, the organizer, and whoever that comes on as the parliamentary candidate.
Well, I'm very happy to have a good working relationship with all the constituency executives now, both elected and then appointees. So far as MPP Lower Manya is concerned, I have a very good working relationship with everyone. So whichever person emerges as a parliamentary candidate, as you've always known me, back in the 2024, nobody had defended the then parliamentary candidate than myself here. So anybody that emerges as the winner, as I have lost in the constituency election to my brother Danena, and then I'm ever prepared, I have laid my boots to support him, tells you clearly that whoever emerges as a parliamentary candidate, I'm going for the person.
How well will your budget be?
Well, like I said, as at now, we officially, we've not, the then constituency officers have not even handed over yet for me to know our financial strength. So it will be very difficult for me to speak to that as at now.
Once again, I ask, there have been concerns about monetization in Ghanaian politics. How will you promote integrity and trust in party financing?
So it starts with the party dues. So that's what I'm saying, that in Lower Manya, I think after the polling station elections, the dues card has been shared to polling station officers. So as a financial secretary, I only make sure that when party faithfuls pay their dues and then the cards are being brought to the party office, we would have to put it into their logbooks or their dues cards. And then as a secretary too, I think I should have a proper data. You know, maybe the difficult part will be that most of the dues are being paid online. So it will be very difficult for me as a financial secretary to be able to monitor those dues most of the dues that are being paid. But the best I can do to protect the integrity of the party so far as money is concerned is to make sure that monies that are allocated for specific things are used for the exact things that are being specified for.
Where do you see Lower Manya MPP financially in the next 2 years?
In a better position, because like I said, I'm that kind of person who believes in transparency. Yes, anywhere you see me, you always see that everything that is being done is done in the open. Because as a young boy growing up and then in politics, I personally believe that I have a credibility to protect. And like I said, I think it's part of the reason why the elected decided to bring me on board, because on a normal circumstance, somebody will say, because I had lost, somebody would think that I will be sabotaging somebody or whatsoever. But because they've realized that I have been very transparent, I'm very hardworking, I've worked closely with most of them, and then they know my credibility. That is why this particular portfolio has been given to me. And then since they had already known that I wouldn't want to get involved and handed this opportunity over to me, it means that they know my strength and then they know very well that I can do it and do it better.
I was told it was you were voted for. What was the count of the votes?
Well, that is what is being said. But as at yesterday, when I paid my appointment letter, nothing of that sort was said to me at the appointment committee meeting. I was told that I was given an appointment, but I was never told he was voting.
It was voting.
Yes.
So you were not voted for. So you don't know anything about it.
So I don't know anything about that one.
Garba, Honorable Isaac Kofi Nomotete Garba, newly elect Financial Secretary. Newly appointed Financial Secretary, Lower Manyakrobo MPP. In simple words, what do you expect from you within 100 days? What should we expect within your first 100 days?
So I think that my first 100 days would have to depend on the constituency chairman, the treasurer, which I'm going to be working directly with, and then the secretary, what their plan will be. Because like I said, I think August is occupied, September too is occupied, because the national and then the regional elections falls within this time. I'm sure hopefully afterwards we would have to go on a thank you tour or something. So like I said, with my first 100 days, I personally think will be hard to talk about now, because I have not officially, after the appointment, had to get to have a meeting with the treasurer, the constituency chairman, and the secretary I'm going to be working directly with as to how things will go within the municipality. So maybe for now, on that note, it will be hard to talk about what you should expect within the 100 days.
Your message to NPP supporters and floating voters in the Lower Manya Krobo constituency?
My message is very simple. In this particular time where we've all come to realize that NDC no ladanke machune bomba la reno, NDC had lied to us that they were going to bring a women's bank to fund our moms. Today, leave that was even keeping the aged and then our brothers with disability has been taken off. Today, most of the aged in my community and then Lower Manya are not even able to go to the hospital for their checkups, because most of them were depending on the LEAP. Today, they've all realized that NDC had lied to us. So we are only encouraging and begging all of them. Now, fortunately for us, we've elected our presidential candidate, who is in the person of Dr. Haji Mahmoud Baumia, who has over the years demonstrated that so far as this country is concerned, he can do the work. You know, MPP has always been a party that I like so much, because they always come up with a policy alternative. When in difficult times, you see that they will come up with a possible solution. Not like our brothers who have been in power up to now. It's been 3 years down the line, and then or 2.5 years down the line, and then they always keep blaming MPP for every single thing that has gone wrong with this country.
Garba, ayekobium, baby awedri yebeka twi. Akrana afi no yede asore so. Sisi enu yenya e the appointment amount say financial secretary ewo Lower Manya Krobo constituency ha ewo MPP demo. Sen ena woje ediwe editum ena sen na ena adwuma ben na obetimi aye amaye ama amanfo ehun se adwuma ye de ahye won sa no obetimi aye yi eye wo de anya wo de ujitu mu sen oni amanfo endi enkomo.
Well, I was so happy when I
Mepetwi. Pepesa wo kye ne obetimi de aye de ahye MPP for na wanya gidie wo mu e de ahye won kran no.
Appointment where there a year me there. Because you know, sometimes when you lose election, so say a call about one uluswa, a bimusu tizio. Mikaipa say there was a political platform there na yenye na yewoso. Milusu election ye me free so.
Oh
yes. So and then a bear man say after my appointment yesterday, nipa no ye me free no.
Asando abeto so.
So appointment ni de me penyi for na mama appointment ni de madam wasepa na omo ya de aboa me mani agi hu pa. And then like I said, with my accounting background no, me make sure say mo bia me so me wa na say de me wo bia metimi aye e de aboa ma party ni wo Lower Manya afa no ntuma prafa no meye. And then a party ejuma, and then the social media work, and I say Marego TV ban so we are continuing, because anyina yenim say sometimes the party work and what party office nipe. As a financial secretary, sometimes I should be able to come up openly and he's also explain things to polling station executives and then the team member for. Because back in the days when we were in power between 2016 and 2024, some Ghanaians felt say BBT said National Cathedral we say the boy but the longer run after we lost power and some we say penifoni be eba out beka nyama bi a efa sa national cathedral ni ho a kire say the NPP government na kofoto abaniti aye because omususu say na ye yusu oman ni sika ne e dia ye ade aye nye ni came to realize that na it was not true. Okay. Nti as a akonya we amanyan me yusu na all the time media boy your party no financial issues say bia obi be say na secondary city top program no e ba so a ye nuanu NDC for betra ye trust say was a World Bank project na modigu ejuma na ye ni nyina ni mu ase no I will make sure say once a project be sa e ba so a source of funding ni sa na ma ni nyina will be make publicly known to the people say na be anya say be ye wie na ye nuanu mu amu NDC ni be ba betra ye trust say
ebiem pese oka nkranhyensem ede ma wo mpanyufo a omode sa akwanya edi ama wo ede ama ene MPP fo so eni beje na wa kyerese ne adwuma omode ahye won sei umma won nsa ensi form
me da say na like me kan no as a financial secretary was having to me making sure say I'll get in touch with mpanyufo bebre in terms of raising fund for the party yankasa meet here so in my own small way I'll find ways and means to be supporting when needed. Like Makano, I'm not saying say Medrufi na delegate for about some when school fees, but like so far as the party is concerned, me sume make sure say to be I've always been telling people when it was time for us to contest for the constituency election was when you see people who wanted to contest to now start paying their dues. But me as at last year, I've even paid my dues up to this year September, and then it speaks well as a financial secretary because even as at yesterday, some were informed that maybe as a constituency officer, if you've not paid your dues, you won't be allowed to vote at the regional level and all sort of stuff. But as I speak here, when you check my my standing in a party, so far as dues and all those things are concerned, you see it boldly written good standing. So I'll make sure that I get a lot of people on board to support the party financially because in as much as when we talk about finances in a party, it doesn't necessarily mean vote buying. But like I said, we need money to buy fuel into the party pickup to run activities. We need money to buy fuel to visit people at their homes and whatever. So like I said, I'll use my portfolio to get a lot of stakeholders and a lot of people involved in the party to support us financially.
Thank you very much. As a brofona any dama make us not catch you na brofona na oka. Honorable Isaac Kofino Motete Garba, the newly appointed financial secretary for the New Patriotic Party, Lower Manyaklo constituency, and our Garba. Our time is almost up. Do you have anything else, or you give us your parting words?
Yes, I think the only thing I would want to do now is to thank the elected constituency executives for the appointment being given me. And I'm promising and assuring them that as they've known me and then giving me this opportunity, I'm going to make sure I'm not going to let them down. And then as always, I'm not going to stop thanking the staffs of Marego TV because I don't think I'm better off than the ordinary MPP member over there. But day in, day out, you've always given me the opportunity to get to talk to polling station executives and then the people of this country. Let me say a very good morning to the people of Noaso Old Town, especially my chiefs from Nene Ahoma BB, Nene Afro, Nene Ano, Nene Amita Adam No, and then all the leaders of Noaso Old Town. Before I forget, Nene Afro said I should come along with you. I shouldn't leave you behind.
The moment you mention it, I know what will follow.
So let me also say a very big thank you to the delegates of Lower Manya. They've really shown me that they really love me, and then
someone just asked, so do you know the names of all the executives in their positions?
Oh, yes.
Can you name them up?
The constituency executives?
Yes, please.
Okay, so
starting from the chairman.
Okay, so we have our chairman in the person of Mr. Mate, the secretary Honorable Zando, deputy secretary Sir Mike, Brother Michael Cappuccino. Because he doesn't write cappuccino, that is why I didn't mention cappuccino. And then organizer, my own brother, Honorable Emmanuel, as we all call him, Sepi. Deputy organizer, our brother from Akuse Adamte. Youth organizer, Daniel. And then his deputy, Michael Wawase. Nasara, our brother Sule. His deputy is Ibrahim Mahama from Akuse. We have the consensus woman organizer, Madam Wasilia, and then his deputy, Madam Connie. And then we have the treasurer, Brother Daniel. We have our elections affairs, Honorable Zach. Research, my brother Redeemer from College Home. And then PWD appointee, our brother Super Granddaddy. Then myself, the financial secretary. So, and then the first vice chairman is Honorable Atejon. And then the second vice is my big brother, and then Father Agantana. I think I've mentioned all this.
Yes, you've done well. Local matters, your man will blow no market is Jagawa Biosu. Low blow and dang with me no market is.
Motunole, Chumham, ne Makaha, wa consensus elect some 11 or ne mango Hebrano market congratulate me chope, especially iminicha inimi na Daniel, ne Ikelele Wadasine, Afon Wano Sekine, a winner. Nene Madame Motunoji. Ebe fen ko mi period kikele o mo peka ke no amachuni ajega wa party mlake ken oye 40 years ke ko no ko binye ma ye youth organizer ne lo ngabe mi 40 years lo no cho kan fall within the youth in neke me machuni e period ka anytime apart from what we like financial secretary side ole once in a while no ko nichum maba say as a consensus youth organizer inimi na Daniel anytime ne machemi e period kikele mo peka ke no achuni e followers o me hu no Mapa mepe they no me elections na be pure no one only one party one constituency lo wotu wa pe kake no ko pe mo no wan gbe fonsi no wotu wa pe kake ne waya wa hem ne nya bem ne ebike no ama wa national elections no inye wa ni me cho pepe pa wa kulu na ke no hino naba ne alama wuwe no fe no ko yo ke we hepe wa mapa no fe no ko pe ko ne wotu pe wa pe kake ne wa fin wa hale ne wa chawa bonya ne wa ke support wa che ejakon Konele wenye nenga bem no anga position no kabene pele nga be ne bem ne every month he was allocating money every month he was kahanga for block on work around party wa hale blonya no kone was consensus executives lo was polling station be wa hebi wa finchonga party ni chumi muchum.
Thank you very much, Honorable Liza Kofi Numo Garba, the newly appointed financial secretary for the New Patriotic Party, Lower Manyaklo constituency. Thank you very much for coming to say congratulations once again. And thank you, US. I am Nana. So let me say a very big thank you to all the technical team from the PCR. I have Emmanuel, Gavin, Baby I, the Baby T, the Chelsea one, and then Maoli Lavoin. In the studio here this morning, I have Robert Yeboah, and then from the MCR, Gideon Owusu, and then Gabriel Adibwe. Executive producer, Philip Hosuno Mario. I am Nana, so you can also join us on all our social media handles. Call our marketers on 020-167-2828, 020-167-2828. Marego TV is located at Akuse Okwenyan, off the Tema Akosomo Highway. I am Nana Soyo. News in brief is next with Dixon Akwe.
Okay,